here, okay? What do you want from us?
How much more do you want from me? And we're back.
Hello, girls. We're back.
And we're back. We're back.
And we're back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Cha-cha-cha. Hey, y'all. It's your girl, Taylor.
And Toya.
This is the Heaux Bag. Be sure to subscribe to our podcast on your favorite streaming platform and follow us on Twitter and Instagram at _Heaux Bag. That's _HEAUXBAG. Keep up with our shenanigans. Bye.
Bye.
Time is your ex.
Not you stopping us with your story and now you ready.
No.
And we're back. You don't want to keep it going? No? All right.
It was Toya's face.
I have no idea what episode this is.
It's like 40 something. We ain't 50 yet.
Is it?
You know, don't get me lying to you. I just know we somewhere up there. We like about to hit our old age, like we've been seasoned. But how are y'all doing? Y'all gonna answer me back? Okay.
Hey, out there.
So this episode is about. I don't even know what we're gonna name it yet, but
It's called Henry Ruggs. For real. For real.
well, I want to speak to whatever. I think it was a post that went viral. It was somebody talking about Henry Ruggs and going, "Oh, his girlfriend ain't real. She should have took the murder charge. She just want to be his girlfriend and had that baby.
Let me read it. Let me read it.
Well, I'm saying it's about that person for real, nigga.
Well, I actually wanted to talk about the whole situation, but yeah, going into Twitter news, that was going to be my Twitter news. It's actually coming from Facebook. So for all you old heads out there, Day Trail Flintstone Tally.
That sound like a Day Trails.
He said, so Henry Ruggs' girlfriend was in the car with him and didn't take the charge for him? That's crazy. So basically, she just won't spend N-words money, have a baby by him, so she could, the letter B, STR number 8, straight for life, so she thought. She D-word, show ain't catch no passes or get tackled. She was posed to take the charge to save her own
I cannot.
and they well-being while he continued his career. Crazy woman. She let her N-word go out bad. So I wanted to read it as stupid as he said it so y'all could see the mentality of where this man was coming from. To sum it up, what Taylor said, Day Trail Flintstone Tally feels like because Henry Ruggs has a career in the NFL and she has a baby by him, she should have took the charge for when he ran into that woman, killing her and her dog.
So let's go ahead and I didn't Google who Henry Ruggs was. I had saw that statement specifically and I wanted to talk about that. But before we get into that, let's just see what he's facing. Henry Ruggs facing 2 more felony counts, a gun charge in connection with fatal crash. He's facing up to 40 years in prison after prosecutors add new charge. Yeah. So
let's do a little backstory on that.
Okay.
So if you don't know what happened, which you should by now because it's all over the freaking news, he was going 156 miles per hour in a residential neighborhood, and when he hit the woman and the airbags deployed, it was 124 or 126 miles per hour when that happened, and her car was so tangled up that she couldn't get out. So what ended up killing her was the fact that the car caught on fire and she couldn't get out of the car.
Not to mention he was intoxicated
4 times over the limit.
Yeah, so that's a lot. That's a lot. So this young man, I don't know if you could get past the way Toya was reading it. It's not her fault. It's his fault. But basically, he's just saying she's not a ride or die. She should have been the one to take the charge so that he could have kept giving her money. But for the next 40 years, he's 22. So you tell me by the time she's 60, she's supposed to benefit being locked up in prison for her entire life? Y'all taking ride or die to a new whole different. Y'all need to stop watching Power and being. That is not real life. That is not normal life. Like she and then somebody said, I had a conversation with another gentleman. He was like, she should have been the one driving. She shouldn't have let him drive. He's a grown ass man. Where's my camera? He's a grown ass man. You know when you're drinking past your limit. You know when you go out drinking. You know when you got a career. You know when you're worth X amount of money. You know when you got a lot on the line. They have Uber. They have chauffeur services. They have.
I had to cut
hotels.
you off. No, but for NFL players, they literally have an account for each NFL player under Uber, under Lyft. That makes it even worse.
So for them to blame the young lady for not driving him or sitting in the passenger seat and letting him kill somebody else, like what y'all really just want to wake up mad on Beyonce's internet and just start running off at the mouth, not even knowing the whole situation. What if she also was as fucked up as him? I'm not supposed to be cursing, but y'all pissing me off.
That Nene Leakes, what kind of how I get into this? That's her.
Yeah,
I get dragged into this.
She literally was probably drunk as hell, riding next to her man, like, babe, we gonna make it home. Oh my God. Ooh, well, you slow down, babe. Have you ever tried to I don't know about you, sometimes I do be the sober person, very rarely in a situation where I'm going out. Sometimes I'm like, you shouldn't drive. Have you tried to fight with a drunk person to not let them drive? It's a whole job. Like, especially if it's your man. Ain't no woman driving me. A lot of men think like that, unfortunately.
Or I'm good. Clearly he thought he was good going 156 miles per hour. When I read this story, I really tried my hardest to empathize with him, because I think we've all probably been in that situation to where you did backtrack. They went to Top Golf. That's where the night started off at.
And them drinks ain't even that strong.
Started there. And so they probably went with the intentions of not getting drunk because they drove. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Which we all have. And then you get there and you're taking them back and you like, woo, and maybe they didn't kick in yet.
And at Top Golf, sometimes they see a celebrity, they just start giving you complimentary drinks. So who knows? He probably didn't realize.
I was thinking of all of that, and I said, well, no, because even if the drinks kicked in once he got on the freeway, you could have still pulled over, caught an Uber, whatever. And then I'm like, 156 miles per hour? Maybe if he was on the freeway, I would have been like, I get it. You might have just.
That's why they don't give males under 25 cheaper insurance. And why they don't like them driving fast cars, because it's something about them that just likes the thrill of going fast 150 miles an hour in a residential lane, whether he's sober. He could have been, he could have actually been coherent. Well, because some people can drink a lot and have that in their system. But just because he's a young male, he just likes to do ignorant stuff. I'm not blaming the male species. I'm just saying young people do silly things sometimes. That could have also been it. He could have not been belligerently drunk, So, I mean, we were not there. My whole angle of this today was to stop sitting up here saying women should be ride or dies in stupid situations. I'm trying to release black women from the chokehold of men getting them into fucked up situations. Do you know a lot of women on Snapped are in prison because of a man? Take the charge. Oh, or he done pushed her to her limit where she took so many charges, not legally, but you know what I'm saying? She done took so much stuff that he done caused her to snap. So I'm just, y'all don't have to be stupid behind a man. Like, you don't have to. I'm sorry. This is not a man-hating woman show. It just made me mad with that whole thing.
I don't know if you got a chance to see the picture of the aftermath. If you haven't, look it up. It's a picture that shows when they got, and I'm piggybacking off of you saying he could have not been that drunk. I really do feel like in my heart he was that drunk, because when they got out the car, it's a picture of him sitting down on the ground in the street. The girlfriend is sitting on him like this. He's sitting this way. She's sitting on him like this, and they're consoling each other. And then in the background, you see the car that they were driving and her car in flames.
Yeah, they had to be drunk. On some drugs or something.
On top of that, a lot of people say that when you're really messed up and you get in a car accident, you survive because you're not flinching up and you're not tensed. 156 miles per hour and you hit somebody and you barely scratches and a neck brace, his ass was out of there.
I didn't look into the story.
I did.
Again, I looked into that statement that was going viral, and I was just like, this is freaking crazy. Now, rest in peace to that woman who passed away.
And her dog. That did it. The woman at first, I was like, damn, is she black or is she white? It makes a difference. Because I was like, shit. Then they said the
'cause
dog.
if it
I
was a
said
white
this
woman, he
nigga's
would've
going
been
to
in
jail
a lot
forever.
more. But you know,
She
white
was
people
white.
love dogs.
She's a Russian.
So she's white and she got a dog.
Yeah.
They really look 40 years.
They're throwing the book at. They're gonna make an example of him.
They're looking for more books to throw at y'all.
So what put the, I love Twitter, and as soon as it happens, I guess the NFL draft is coming up. So all you see is all the sports heads going, damn, now what are they going to do? What player are they going to pick? Da-da-da. And I was just like, how inconsiderate of you guys. Mm-hmm. That's exactly where your head went, was to the fucking NFL draft? Not even rest in peace to and then I'm clicking comments. I love clicking comments and digging even further. And I did see people saying, I started seeing two sides of it. It was more so like, it's unfortunate that this situation happened, but you can't let it affect the team that actually worked their ass off, not making stupid mistakes like him, so they do still have to think about the draft. And I'm like, that is so unfortunate.
It's kind of like when Natalia Bryant passed away, Kobe Bryant's daughter. They were like, dang, we were really looking for her to change the WNBA. Not, all the other people that passed away. It was just like, dang, what are we going to do now? Or, and it's crazy how people like automatically start thinking about other things. They don't even give you like 24 hours to be dead in peace. They just start going, well, what about this? Or what about, it's just really sad. And it's crazy that they did go to that. Like, what are they going to do now? There are other prospects out there. But I mean, I guess we'll never know what, Henry Ruggs would have been to these people.
This is absolutely unrelated, but Odell Beckham, is that his name? Boy, why they cut that man on his damn birthday from the team? But this ain't no sports podcast. I just had to let y'all know that. They cut that man on his birthday from the team.
Damn.
Odell, if you watching this, I feel so sorry for you, boo.
Tough
DM me, I'll give you my number and we can talk it out.
He like men.
Never mind.
He fine, though.
Never mind, boo boo. I retract that. Reclaiming my time.
If we are gonna turn this into a whole sports podcast today, did you watch Colin in Black and White?
No, I didn't get a chance to see it yet.
Damn, I won't.
And one of our sister podcasts is podcasts. One of our sister podcasts. I'm talking like Latrell, whatever his name is. No, I didn't get a chance to. But what happened? Because I want to watch it.
So Colin in Black and White basically talks about how Colin Kaepernick was, and he corrects you every episode because Mr. Kaepernick.
I love it.
He was adopted, so his mother was a white woman, obviously, and I guess she had a black baby back in the 70s, according to this film, and she put him up for adoption. And this family couldn't have kids anymore, so they already had two kids that had grown up and went off to school, so they adopted Colin. And he lived in like some racist town where he, I think it was around. I'm gonna say it wasn't the 70s. It had to be the 80s, late 80s, early 90s. He, when like Ludacris came out and AI was out, he wanted to braid his hair. They were like, you look like a thug, or like he wanted to play football, but the prototype for a quarterback back then was like the all-American white boy. Or then they were like, maybe you should play basketball, or they wanted him to play baseball. But then every time he went out there, they were like calling him thugs and like, oh, you're a good black one. Like they treated him so recklessly. And then for like, it shows his just upbringing throughout school, how his parents kept saying, you ought to cut your hair because, they think you're, one of those thugs if you don't cut it. And like, stop, stand up. Or like every time he would go somewhere, they would say, as he got taller, because he's now 6'3", hanging around his white parents, is this man bothering you? And they're like, this is our son, our adoptive son. Or like he was driving, he gets pulled over, a gun gets pulled out on him. They're like, maybe you shouldn't have been driving 5 miles over the speed limit. Just, all these things. And it shows how he became so woke because he was just faced with being black and like not even being accepted in his own home for everything that he was going through. His parents were always like, you might be going through this because the way your attitude is, your outlook on life, instead of just saying, you know what, there are some racist people in the world. And even his friends were like, you know what, I can't steal with you because they're going to know that, you're the only black guy in town and they might shoot us, but like, they're not going to shoot me by myself. They'll just take me to jail. So he like was faced with all these microaggressions his entire upbringing. And so I leading into the NFL with him taking the knee, it shows that how he was just so woke and determined to, peacefully protest against the man and still piss them off just because he was so sick and tired of all the stuff that, he had endured as a child. And then, he felt like he said he didn't realize it at the time, but he felt like he was trafficked into a slave trade, the NFL. You got to keep your teeth clean, keep your body right, eat right. And, they try to groom you and control you your entire career. So it was a really, really, really good episode. I think he's kind of trying to take the angle of the NFL is racist as hell and no black kids should play in it, but I haven't seen that part yet. I just feel like that's the direction he's going in.
I agree.
Was a really, really, really good episode. I mean, really good series. It's like six or seven episodes on Netflix. It's called Colin in Black and White, and y'all should check it out. It's Ava DuVernay. Did I say her name right? She's the one that directs it. So, if she's on it, it's gonna be amazing production. So yeah, it was pretty good. Y'all should. We got two people in here.
Yeah, we keep looking over this way like you.
Y'all gonna see it? Okay, yeah, all right. Well.
I am gonna watch that. I'm really interested in seeing that. Look at this real quick. Hold on. I had to find something. My bad, y'all. But even when it comes to like
video,
yeah.
So I didn't look up the Henry Ruggs and I didn't look it up. But this is crazy. They did have to be drunk. See, I was saying I didn't know, just like speaking as somebody who didn't see it, sometimes we could drink a lot and we're still, y'all never know when I'm drunk, unless I'm like belligerently drunk, y'all never know when I've like reached my limit because I act so normal sometimes. But they were drunk as hell.
Yep.
We got to post that on the video. That's crazy.
Yeah. Did you see the car that was in flames?
On fire?
Oh my God. That stuff is pretty traumatic. Oh, and he had a loaded gun on him too.
Mm-hmm.
So, this is not an anti-gun because I do believe in the same way a lot of y'all believe in carrying your weapon to stay protected. I believe the same thing. But since we're talking about racism and all that, and they're going to look at you a certain type of way anyway because you're a black man in the NFL, you got some money.
They're looking to make you an example.
And they did. And they're going to use every single thing against you. Like everything. Having a loaded gun in the car did not help. Lord.
So what do we do how do we go from here? Like how do you think the woman, and the crazy part, these people are only 21, 22 years old.
Yeah, he was 22 years old.
I don't know how you expect a child, because that's what he is, an adult child, to sit up here and come back and say something without representation. Like, y'all, I believe the woman, unfortunately, some women are kind of slow. She would have taken, the charge if she could, but at the same time, it's not smart for her to do that. I don't think so. I mean, what would you, if you were in that situation, you're dating Odell Beckham?
No. But I did get asked because I posted it. I posted what I read on my page. And then immediately after I had posted what one of the comments said. And basically where did I put it? Oh, I can't find it. But the girl was like, take the charges? Like, hell no. Why would I do that? Maybe I'm going to ask you to slow down or something. She said, I'm sorry, what? Now, hopefully she was trying to get him to slow down. But take the charge? It's a hell no. Like, no. So one of the guys was like, what would I do? Exactly what the hell she did. I'm going to sit my ass in that passenger seat like, damn.
So why do you think there's this whole ride or die chokehold over the community? Because I see it a lot, and I see the kids still saying that, and it's like, have we not learned anything, y'all? Nothing. We have a guess it. We ain't learned shit. Why do you think that? Why do you think we're still so, that's my man, I'm going to stick beside him? Why?
I don't know. Because I'm not taking the charge for nobody.
I'm sorry.
Period.
I did my little 26 hours in Harris County Jail, and I don't give a fuck.
I'm a thug myself. Which one of y'all niggas is taking my charge? That's what I want to know.
Nobody.
Shit. But I think a lot more women need to think about things from that perspective. If I was to get in a position to where I'm flat on my ass, let's start there, and I'm broke as hell. You gonna pay my bills, you gonna pay my rent, you gonna do this, you gonna do that, but you expect us to do it. You gonna hold me down until I get back on my feet? Can I stay at your house? When I get out of jail, can I serve probation with my ankle monitor at your house? What? Eating all my baby snacks? Bye, Snoop.
I don't understand. And then men, it's like men find they find a safe haven amongst each other. Yeah, she left me when I was down. What was you doing when you was down? Were you up looking for a job? Was you up looking trying to support her, or were you just soaking in my woe is me? Oh, I'm just down. You know, the man don't fuck with me. Okay, he don't fuck with us either. Do you see us on our ass crying? I might tweet every so often that ain't nobody fucking with me, but I'm tweeting my ass on the way to some work, on the way to a gym, on the way to something that's gonna better me, on the way to some research. Not just sitting up here, oh, I got an idea. I'm going to scam this nigga with a CPN and then, you know, I'm going to really be up then. What the fuck? Like, y'all like to sit there and say that women don't hold y'all down, but have y'all been held downable? And I don't know how many men. We got 2 men that watch this.
You know, if we're talking about Henry Ruggs, and I know he has a career, and if I take the charge, I have a squeaky clean background. They're not going to make example out of me, so I'm going to be a ride or die. Boom.
There was no taking the charge.
If there was one that I had to pick between Henry Ruggs or Tyrone Johnson, and Tyrone gets caught with some crack, and I got to take his charge, and I know that I do my 14 years for him, and I come back out and Tyrone's still sleeping on his mama couch, I'm going to go ahead and take them charges for Henry. I choose neither, but if I had to choose in between, I'm going to pick Henry.
The only celebrity I'd be taking the charge for would be Jay-Z, Sean Carter. You hear me? Because he got enough money to make my stay comfortable. Henry ain't got that kind of money. I ain't taking it.
Yeah.
I don't give a damn. Look, I even take Beyonce charge. But
I'll even take Solange, goddamn, at this point.
Somebody got to have the money. Because you know what?
Blue
Jay-Z
Ivy.
Beyonce going to take care of it. Anybody in that family, I know they going to take care of it. Anybody else, I don't know, it's questionable. Because, if I got to sleep on a cot and then I got to give up my goodies for some ramen noodles at some point, I'm not, it wasn't worth it. For 40 years?
Well, at the end of the day, the only question that I could ask is it crack? Gotta be
sometimes it is
grade A crack.
Sometimes it is, because then when they come to their realization on Snap, they're like, yeah, he moved on, he's married now, and he's, he didn't hold her down. And it was like, dang, sometimes I feel, sex can put you in an addictive state similar to crack. So it just feels so good to you there, and you just kind of do things. That one hand on neck, one hand on front will be having bitches in a chokehold. And I just need y'all to just have some moment of clarity before y'all start taking these charges for Negroes.
Even when it comes to like comparing going to jail to a woman being in the hospital. Men go to jail and want you to be celibate, not fuck around with nobody, and, get them little cards to where they can call you all the damn time and all that shit. But let the roles be reversed, like what you said on Snap. Well, I found out 2 months later, he's been in a 10-year relationship with somebody else. It's like, well, goddamn. And then let a woman go to the hospital. That man go walk straight out the hospital and go fuck somebody else.
They say, I was reading something on randomly similar to what you're saying. It was like when women get sick, oftentimes men do not stick beside them. They're like, start thinking if a woman is terminally ill, like she has cancer or, whatever it is, a man oftentimes will go find another wife that can take care of his house and his kids and all that stuff. A woman will stick by that man until they pull the plug.
He dies.
She won't sleep with nobody else. She won't talk. She might talk at church, but like she ain't doing too much else after that. She ain't divorcing him. She's sticking beside him. A man's going to be like, damn, what's my next move?
And because you guys think this is a man-hating podcast, I will post the statistics on this because I did my research because I was going to write a paper about this. Because there's so many nurses that talk about that. As soon as a woman goes into the hospital and has like a life-threatening situation, that man is damn near gone.
If a woman can't have kids,
it's her fault.
Let it not be the man whose sperm isn't working. But if she can't produce, guess what? I'm going to get me a new wife. Maybe she'll be able to do it. I'm going to find somebody and they're going to talk bad to that woman too. If you could have done your job, you out here fucking 2 niggas before me in your 45 years of life, you were being a hoe and couldn't, they really try to degrade you because they're not capable of reproducing a seed or whatever it is. And so women, y'all, we got to love ourselves more than we think that these men love us. Because sometimes men just don't like being lonely, and they will, string you along until it's not convenient for them anymore. So be mindful of that.
That kind of tapped into my whole tip.
I'm sorry. That was my whole tip. I forgot.
Damn you. So that was your whole tip.
Yeah, I can't get much better than that today.
My whole tip was going to be something along those lines of basically what Taylor said, but until we hold ourselves, I guess I would say, accountable of our own feelings, our own ideas, and what we know to be right, and we stand 10 toes down on what we believe, can't nobody negate you from that and say, well, I know you said you would never go to jail, but baby, if you love me, you would do this. If you love me, you would do that. Well, if you loved me, you wouldn't ask me to do anything like that.
Did you see freaking Offset say, this is how I know she loved me. She eating my scab. Oh my gosh.
Why would you?
I was like reading the comments and they were like, yeah, that's that real love when you eat somebody's. I'm getting, oh my God.
Scab off of what?
Scab off of a fucking sore on his body.
So, this
Cardi
is my
B
thing.
was like, it was on her tongue. Like,
if you loved me, you would never even tell the world that I did some bullshit like that.
Oh, they put it all over the internet. Oh my God. Ugh. Who does that? Like, it's not even like on no freak. That is just fucking disgusting.
That is disgusting.
Oh my God. Ladies. Yeah, so our Steve said these motherfuckers is weird. I agree. I don't care how much money they got. That's weird vibes. Ugh.
And then you told the world. That gets me. Like,
recorded into.
We all got our little freaky weird shit that we do. But
I
that
some people swallow cum, but
eat
a scab.
You don't gotta tell everybody everything, Some
things are for the bedroom. But what was crazier was I was reading the comments and apparently this is not an uncommon thing. So then, if y'all don't know me, y'all don't know me. I go on WebMD every time I find something new. It's actually something that people are admitted to the hospital for. Peeling and eating their scabs.
The letter Y, the letter T. We'll leave it at that.
The letter Cardi, letter B. And on that note,
bye.